What is up, space pirates? This is your captain, the ever-charming Dr. Disaster, and if you ever needed proof that the powers that be in gaming think of you as mindless sheep that they can herd around, then this is the story for you, because apparently Microsoft is commanding game developers to avoid showing beautiful women on screen in order to social engineer. We are just learning that Microsoft is urging software developers to, and I quote here, avoid curvy female characters. I'm not quite sure what sort of brain damage they've suffered from over at Microsoft, but this sounds like one of the more idiotic ideas I've heard in some time. For some reason, they claim that seeing nice-looking people on screen somehow hurts others. I'm fairly sure that the reason that they are saying this is because the gaming industry has been infiltrated by hideous ogres who want to convince young people that actually the true ideal is to eat entire sleeves of Oreos and to not exercise and take care of yourself. Obviously, we don't want these nasty social engineers anywhere near our young.
Get away from her, you bitch!
Alright, me hearties, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and also, don't forget to follow me over on Twitter where my handle is Dr. Disaster 1. But let's take a look at the news here from this article making the rounds on Twitter right now. It comes from the website Niche Gamer, and its headline says simply, Microsoft cautions developers to avoid curvy female characters.
What's wrong with you?
My first thought would be a lot.
Alright, let's read some of this and see what they're saying. Microsoft urges developers not to create female characters with exaggerated body proportions on their official site to support game devs. The site, titled Product Inclusion Action Help Customers Feel Seen, includes a bullet list of considerations they urge developers to make when working on their product. One Twitter user pointed out the language expressly condemning certain female characters as reinforcing negative gender stereotypes. Okay, let me pause here real quick. This idea that people want to be seen on the screen, I'm not sure where that comes from, but I have literally never experienced a single solitary human being in real life tell me that they wanted to be seen on the screen. This is a bullshit position being pushed out by these weird narcissists who are angry that they never get any attention from the opposite sex. Well, I don't know what to tell you, but it is weird to constantly see characters like this on the screen. Oh boy, I can't wait for Fable 4 from Microsoft, which is, of course, rumored to feature work from the bozos over at Sweet Baby Inc.
Oh goody.
They've got a list of the things that Microsoft is using as guidelines for developers. Are you reinforcing any negative gender stereotypes? Are you unnecessarily introducing gender and gender barriers into your code or design? Are you creating playable female characters that are equal in skill and ability to their male peers? Are your female characters equipped with clothing and armor that fits their tasks? Do they have exaggerated body proportions? And I gotta ask, how is showing a female body that people find aesthetically pleasing a negative gender stereotype? It's only negative if you're a jealous, man-hating, feminist harpy who wants to take their anger out on men by showing ogres on screen instead of females. But here are the rest of their guidelines. When the story allows, do you show male characters who display a full range of emotions, including joy, sadness, and vulnerability? Gee, I wonder why AAA games are struggling so much these days, to the point that, as you may remember we covered a little bit ago, an analyst from Circana claims that the entire industry hinges on the performance of GTA 6 next year. Gee, why is that, I wonder? Maybe it's because of this level of preachy social engineering bullshit that nobody cares about, except for these overly privileged doofuses who don't actually care about games. They only care about their social movements and complaining about people who don't buy into their social movements. But I like how the article ends by making a counterpoint against this jackassery from Microsoft. It says, recently, Western game developers have been making a point to rally against objectification in games and are citing unrealistic beauty standards set by fictional characters. Most recently, Stellar Blade has been the subject of such criticism despite the game's heroine being based off a real-life model.
You got me in a box here.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to argue that these are unrealistic beauty standards in Stellar Blade when the images are based off a real freaking person. And for the record, based on what I'm seeing, I fully plan to grab Stellar Blade for myself when it comes out. I think that it is important for gamers to support games that are decidedly not DEI infested. Just check out this tweet from last December that the article features talking about the model for the protagonist of Stellar Blade. The tweet says, "Wanna know a fun fact before jumping into the new year 2024? In Stellar Blade, our protagonist Eve body figure was actually based on a 3D scan of the Korean model Shin Jae-eun. And then they have a video showing the process off. It's kinda neat. Let's take a look." But with that, I will leave it there. I fully support Stellar Blade, but Microsoft seems irredeemable to me at this point. I used to be a big Fable fan. I played the hell out of the first two, thought the third one was pretty disappointing, but for a while, before I heard the rumors about Sweet Baby and all this other stuff, I was looking forward to Fable 4. But now, I'm not even remotely interested in that title. But how about you? Are you planning to buy that when it comes out? And what do you think of Microsoft's guidelines for game developers? Drop your thoughts down below and we will talk about it there. Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your captain is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.